Heat over medium heat. When the temperature reaches 60 degrees or 140 Fahrenheit, turn off the heat and cover with a lid. Point! The maximum amount of dashi can be obtained from kombu by heating it at 60 degrees or 140 Fahrenheit. If the room temperature is low, leave it on low heat to keep the temperature at 60 degrees or 140 Fahrenheit. Kombu dashi is complete. The chashu shown in this video will turn out similar to grilled meat. Instead of the traditional based texture of chashu, chashu with a texture similar to grilled meat has recently become the standard at popular ramen restaurants in Japan. Those chashu are made by heating them at around 60 degrees or 140 Fahrenheit for a long time. But from a hygiene point of view, the method of making them at around 60 degrees or 140 Fahrenheit is not recommended. This video will show you how to make it at temperature where it can be eaten without any hygiene issue. When slicing, cut in a way that breaks the fibers. Point! Slicing in such a way as to break the fibers helps to release the sweetness and odor-eliminating components from the onions. Wipe with paper to remove excess fat. This time I used pork with the skin on, but I recommend using pork belly without the skin if possible, as the skin will pop off violently during the surface baking process. Incidentally, since pork with skin is difficult to obtain in Japan, most chashu is made with skinless pork. Start with the thin side and roll it up neatly. Roll it up tightly so that there is no gap in the center. The meat will shrink during the cooking process, so tie it tightly. Point! When wrapping kitchen twine, wrap it evenly. Wrap the kitchen twine evenly for a clean finish. Place the pork and water in a large pot. Heat over high heat. The scum has come out. Point! Parboiling removes the scum and odor from the pork. This step is the key to its deliciousness. Bring to a boil and turn off the heat. Wash with water. Pork scum can cause a bad smell. Rinse thoroughly. The stewing process is about to begin, and if you have such a low temperature cooker, I recommend using it, as it allows for easy temperature control. In the video, I will show you how to make it in a pot, but you can make it very easily and without mistakes using a low temperature cooker. To make it in a low temperature cooker, simply put all the ingredients in a Ziploc. After parboiling the pork and place it in hot water at 78 degrees or 172.4 Fahrenheit. Boiling in kombu dashi adds glutamic acid, the flavor component of kombu, to inosinic acid, the flavor component of meat, for a rich flavor. Stirring them by hand will help release the odor-eliminating ingredients. Add enough water to cover the pork. Heat over high heat. Covering the pork with kitchen paper ensures that the pork is cooked evenly and prevents the surface from drying out. When the temperature reaches 78 degrees or 172.4 Fahrenheit, reduce the heat to low. Simmer for 2 hours, keeping the temperature at 78 degrees or 172.4 Fahrenheit. The reason for heating at 78 degrees or 172.4 Fahrenheit. Meat is made up of complex proteins. Among them, I will explain the thermodenaturation of the proteins collagen and actin. Collagen is a hard fibrous protein that softens at temperatures above 75 degrees or 167 Fahrenheit. Actin, on the other hand, is a protein that contains a lot of water, and it begins to shrink and release water at temperatures above 66 degrees or 150.8 Fahrenheit. The amount of water released is proportional to the temperature and heating time. In other words, cooking at high temperature for a long time causes the meat to lose moisture and become dry. Heating the meat at 78 degrees or 172.4 Fahrenheit softens the collagen and minimizes the loss of water from the meat. Remove the meat and wipe the surface with kitchen paper. Strain the boiling water as it will be used for the pickling liquid. Heat over high heat. Turn on the heat to remove the alcohol from the sake and mirin. When the fire goes out, it is a sign that the alcohol is gone. Bring to a boil and turn off the heat. Finish the pickling liquid. Heat over high heat. Grill the surface over high heat. The pork ribs pop more than I thought they would. Pien. What is a pien? This is a word that has recently been used to describe crying among young people in Japan. The emoticon shown is the emoticon for Pien. It was dangerous, so I thought of a way to deal with it, and I was able to reduce the amount of popping by heating it slowly over low heat. I thought about eating it in a high temperature oven, but that would defeat the purpose of heating it at 78 degrees or 172.4 Fahrenheit, so I don't recommend the method of putting it in a high temperature oven. The best way to deal with this problem is to avoid using pork with skin. If you don't use pork with skin, just wipe the water off the meat after boiling and it won't pop. Heat over low heat. Bring to a boil, then turn off the heat and roll the meat until cool. Point! The temperature between 45 and 50 degrees or 113 and 122 Fahrenheit is the best temperature for the flavor to soak in. Maintaining this temperature for as long as possible will allow the meat to soak up the flavors. When cool, place in a Ziploc and remove air. At this point, you can add a hard-boiled egg to make a seasoned egg. You can easily remove the air by filling a deep pot with water and submerging the Ziploc like this. Store in the refrigerator for 1 day. The result looks delicious. Heat over high heat. grill and brown the surface. If you brown the meat on a burner, you will get the characteristic smell of the burner on the meat. So we recommend broiling it on a pan. Serve with warm sauce. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.